Right. My name's Mike Whitewick. I'm doing this on behalf of Lee Ashby for his BSMA Motocross Memory Team Memories Facebook page. I don't really need to introduce who we've got. He's kindly given us some of the time to speak to us. Zach Osborne.
Thank you. How's it going, Mikey?
It's going all right, mate. Pretty good. We know each other from a little while ago.
Yeah, 2008 and 2009 on
2010,
Steve Dixon's Yamaha team.
Yeah. I was just saying, I can't believe it's 12 years now since you came over that time. But
yeah, it seems like yesterday in a sense, and then in another sense, it seems like a lifetime ago. I don't know. It's It's been a long time. It feels like.
Man, you've done a lot since then, as well. And it's just, I think your story. I don't think people appreciate like how hard you had to work and what you did coming over. That's quite a big thing, especially when you were young. You were young, like you were at the time.
Yeah, I was. I think I was 18 when I got there. Maybe 19. No, 18. And I originally came to Steve's team with a deal for 2 races, which was Bronx Hills British Championship, and then 1 GP at Lommel, and then stayed there for 4.5 more years. And
lunatic.
What an adventure!
No, it was good days. I've got good memories from it now. It was coming to I was with Steve for 12 years. I worked with Steve for 12 years, and that's sort of the end of it. But it was really good working with you. I feel quite honoured to be part of the very small part of your journey there.
For sure, it was awesome. I saw whenever you came up with your Hart and Huntington sweatshirt on when we went there together.
Probably.
That's how
all my clothes are that old. Honestly, I said, well, all these old clothes. I didn't think about that actually. Yeah, that was when I got tattooed that day in Florida.
Crazy. Yeah, Orlando.
That 2000.
Now I live in Orlando.
Beginning of 2009. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I just grabbed something that was on the floor, put it on. No, yeah, you did it was a pretty big thing to come over. I don't know. You sort of ran out of options, I think, over there, and sort of coming over revived you a bit, I think, didn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. It was a little bit the end of my road here, and it was kind of a tough time, but also a time where I did a lot of growing and kind of refound my passion for riding and racing with you guys, with Ben and Steve and Nico and Zane and just everyone. It was such a fun little team. Jordan, Paul, I mean, everyone. It was just a fun group of guys with, Derek on the weekends and everything. It was just so cool to go racing like that. And that's something that I had never really, ever really experienced.
A bunch of passionate guys, that just love the sport.
Yeah, really, that's what it was. It was a group of guys who loved what they were doing. And we didn't always sleep a lot or get paid on time or whatever, but we made it happen.
It's not a well-oiled business like that runs like a machine, is it?
It runs like a machine, but yeah, it squeaks every now and then.
It's an old machine, yes. But obviously Steve's pretty legendary, but for a lot of reasons. But
yeah, he is. I honestly, in some senses of racing, I miss Steve, and how just kind of loose-ended he was, but also how passionate he was, and how I guess you would say like adaptable he is still. He was always is always fully committed to whatever needed to be done was what needed to be done. That he never needed any sleep, it seemed.
Wow.
Still doesn't.
I've talked about doing one of these interviews with him, and I'm thinking he probably will fall asleep, won't he? Just what he's like.
Yeah.
Get down and he's off.
Or he'll want to do it at like 3 a.m. in the shop.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For no apparent reason.
Definitely be at the shop, no doubt. But he's I've never met anyone more passionate. I don't think.
No, you won't ever.
But Yeah, it wasn't the smoothest when you came though. It was quite we had to work hard when you came, but you got successful really quickly, eh? When you
Yeah, we had some good success in the beginning.
really
I
early,
think I broke a
double.
lot of parts and bikes, and you guys were probably like ready for me to go home right off the bat.
No, it was
Um,
like we'd never seen things like this happen to engines. It was like, wow, right. It was a bit, it was obviously disappointing in Dublin that time. It was like second GP or third GP that you did?
yeah, it was really, really close to the beginning. I think we did like Lommel and then Lockett, and
Yeah.
then it wasn't many. It was like the third or fourth GP, and yeah, I won the first moto, and
You won the qualifying race Saturday, didn't you? And then
qualifying race. Yeah, I won pretty much everything the whole weekend, and then in the second moto, I was having a battle with Rattray for the overall, and
you didn't
and the bike quit. But yeah, it was what it was. It was, actually, like looking back, it was such a frustrating time, and even all of 2009 was kind of the same. But it kind of springboarded us onto that whole Cosworth thing, and that was just unreal.
The Cosworth thing was that was a blessing coming along.
Yeah, next level, and they were awesome. The bike was so much faster and better, and yeah, it was crazy.
Steve's always had good bikes, always been really good, but when you get something like that, we were fixing a problem one place and it was like moving it elsewhere.
Yeah, that was probably a lot me, revving a lot, and just that's just my style at the time, and
we have to adapt to that. That's what that's what we have to try and do, eh? So
yeah, it was crazy.
We had to work hard, but it was worth it.
Nerve-wracking at times for me and you guys, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of stories there. After Turkey, the wind was really good, eh? And then the bike quit and spat you off in Portugal a week later.
Yeah, 1 week after that.
It was frustrating. It was frustrating, yeah, but it wasn't anyone's fault. It was just something we had to go. And the Cosworth thing was a blessing because that was another level going to that stuff. And those bikes were good as well, eh?
Yeah, the bike was unreal, and even when I left at the end of my tenure there, it was awesome. Probably still one of the fastest 250Fs I've ever ridden, and that was 10 years ago now, 8 years ago now. So it's still definitely the right way, right direction.
Yeah, they still can't get near the power of that thing. I know that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They had it running really good. Cosworth, that place is incredible. It was just another level, eh? Going to the Formula One world and seeing what they can do, and everything's computer planned before. They know exactly how it's going to work, and
exactly.
It was incredible. Like it was really, really, it was a blessing it came along. I think
it was like
just a shame it wasn't.
It was like going from a back. Not that anything or any of the suppliers were backyard, but it was just another completely different era of racing that they were in compared to what we were used to.
Yeah. I think he's still involved with them now. I think he's still doing stuff with them. Maybe not at the level that we were, but no, it was good. It was good times, but we definitely had some good times. Now you're finishing up the Supercross season. You're killing it at the moment, eh?
It's been good. Obviously, I wasn't that good at the beginning of the season. I came in sick, really sick, just really run down, and it took me probably 6 or 8 weeks to get over that. And then as soon as I started to build some momentum and feel myself again, I had a big crash practicing and broke some vertebrae in my back and my wrist, and messed up some ribs in my lung and just all kinds of stuff. So that was a pretty big injury. And then obviously I got a little bit lucky with the shutdown and the break and everything that we've all gone through, to be able to come back and ride again and get started again and get to a good level where I could go racing. And then, obviously this whole trip has been pretty successful for me to this point. I'm really enjoying racing, twice a week, Sunday and Wednesday. I think that really benefits and suits my style a lot. And it's just something I found some comfort on the bike with the conditions that we've had. Like the conditions, other than the mud race, obviously, they've all been kind of the same. Like it's real bermy, so you have to kind of brake slide up the berm and then power down. And that's something I've never really been very, very good at. It was just like that kind of finesse sort of riding, and seem to have just found a flow with it since we've been here, and it's been really good.
Oh yes, you've not had you had a second, third, and 2 fourths, isn't that? I think you've had
second, third, a fourth, and a fifth. So there's only one way to go from here.
That's it. Then you just go get that top step, hopefully, isn't it? On Sunday.
Yeah, not topping off on Sunday. I think we're gonna have good weather again, and that's nice. So hammer down.
3 left you got?
3 more.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday, and we're done.
Yeah. You've got something figured with the starts, obviously, eh? You got the.
Yeah, starts are really, really good. It's just been.
Dean Wilson posted something. He's saying with the altitude, he's having to start in first gear. He's struggling with his starts, eh?
Yeah, I don't start in first. I've just gone up a little bit on my RPM in second, and just really able to hook the bike up good on the grate. You know, I think that I was never a really, really great starter before the metal grate. I just kind of always struggled for consistency, but with the grate and, you know, obviously being on the same dirt this whole time, it's been really easy for me to find my spot on the throttle and just, you know, make good starts. And, you know, with so many good starts comes a lot of confidence, and when you're confident in it, you can just go up there and execute time and time again. So that's what I hope to continue to do while we're here.
Yeah, I mean, you get good start, you kind of keep out of trouble. Is that the way you don't get in there?
Yeah, for sure. It's such a different view at the front. I mean, just to get out there and ride at the front and have, you know, clean goggles and not be getting pounded by dudes that are trying to chop your wheel off for 10th place. It's such a nice feeling.
Definitely, yeah. No, it's cool. Hopefully, carry on. See if we can get on top step. That'd be pretty awesome, mate.
Yeah, I needed to go ahead and knock that off before the end of the season, and you know, that'll free things up for me for next year a little bit. So yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, cool. All right. I've got the questions that all the other guys have been asked. If you call back for doing that.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
Lee, we'll just start a new video because I think it's easier that way.
Okay.
So if we're in this one, we could talk for hours, I guess, but plenty of stories from back in the. It was good days, but I think it's amazing what you've achieved.
Thank you.
To turn your career around. Not only that, but not many guys can come over from America and sort of come and do the GPs and do it well. I think it's a big thing for someone to do, and without being on the inside and seeing it, you don't realise how hard you had to work on that. And
yeah, well, like I said, I think part of it was being around a good group of people, you know, like that I enjoyed being around and made me feel at home and made me feel comfortable. I think a lot of guys go there and they're really uncomfortable. They're away from all their family and friends and, you know, girlfriend or whatever, and they just dread it and hate it. And it's hard to, you know, kind of break that cycle once you get it going. But for me, it was just, I was enjoying, I was having fun. And
yeah, we tried to keep it fun all the time, eh? We worked hard, but we all enjoying ourselves. We just loved it, eh? So.
Yeah, for sure. We were never like bored with work. You know, it was always like we were doing something fun, or going go-karting, or, you know, doing this or that, going racing and dinking around on Fridays or whatever. It was always just a really good time. And I think that was a huge part of what helped me be so successful there.
Yeah, and then to obviously go back and do really well in the 250s, and it's awesome. Yeah, I've been following it, obviously. One of your biggest fans.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been good. Been good since we've been back. I had a couple of years there in the beginning, right after I left, where you know, I felt like Steve's team really fit the mold there really well, and then I came home and was on a bigger team that I just didn't really gel with as much, and that was really a struggle for me. It kind of took me back to before I went there, where I was just kind of burnt out on the grind and the corporate side of things and all that. So that was a big adjustment for me. But once I got all that figured out, got on the right team with the right group of guys again, it's been smooth sailing.
Yeah, cool. All right. we'll get this other bit. We'll end this one now then, and then we'll be back with the questions. We'll do the questions.
All right, sounds good.
Cool.
You're gonna send me another link, right?
Yeah. Speak to you in a minute.
Okay.
Cheers.